Motorists and commuters in the Nigerian capital Abuja are lamenting over fuel scarcity, thus affecting their business activities. Now, economic observers of course, observe that the situation is creating negative effects on productivity whilst dwindling the country's economy. Now, despite the persistent oil ramification, Nigeria remains as Africa's biggest oil producer. Here's more details of that in this report.
Fuel scarcity in Nigeria's capital has entered its fourth week. The effect is biting hard on residents, workers, transport operators and commuters. Motorists wait in line for several hours to buy fuel with no guarantee of purchasing it.
The fuel scarcity, it really affecting us. More especially we will be taxi drivers. Because before you will get a fuel, you will suffer for the queue. And if you went to some filling station, we get the fuel at the end.
3 times now, I don't sleep for filling station. I want the changing of the regime, please, for the scarcity about the fuel. The thing they had for us.
For transport operators, time wasted on queues would imply a hike in transportation fare.
It has affected me a lot in so many ways. The cost of transport, it has added. For example, a place that I used to go like 100 naira, now it has added to 200 or 250.
Economic watchers say the situation is impacting negatively on productivity.
If we begin to quantify in economic terms, we can say that productivity is reducing by not less than 30%. If a worker is to produce, let's say, 20 bags or 20 cartons of a particular commodity in 6 hours or in 8 hours, resuming office by 9 and closing by, let's say, 4, 5, and that same staff is not able to get to office until like 10 o'clock, you can imagine that it will not be able to meet the production unit for that day. In terms of operation, in terms of staff productivity, it is affected.
Economists lament that the fuel scarcity has a ripple effect on the larger economy.
Inflation is going up at unprecedented rates. Incomes begin to shrink significantly. Purchasing power begins to shrink. Companies are not able to sustain operation. Insecurity is chasing away foreign investors. Even within Nigeria, local investors are not able to conveniently or do their business with ease again. Agricultural products are not entering the market. Nigerians will experience some worse days coming in the next few months.
The persistent fuel crisis is bad timing for many residents as well as small and medium enterprises trying to come out of the COVID-19 induced economic downturn. They're calling for swift government intervention to help alleviate the hardship.